6 days until the NFL draft. Spoke to a source last night, and I said, what do you have for me? And he said, at first I thought that Michael Penix and Bo Nix would not be in the first round. I said, okay, that's information. And then he says, but the more research I do, the more people I talk to, we're probably having 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. And that means that Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix are moving on up. And that's how he described this. He said, your first 4, they're probably going to be the first 4, depending on if somebody trades, somebody gets squirrely, somebody moves up. But he thinks that those 4 quarterbacks are going to be taken probably in the first 4 picks. So then my source said, the Raiders, you got to consider them with Michael Penix. Do the Rams want to move up? Denver, what do they do? So Bo Nix and Michael Penix, according to a source, not initially in his first round. But he said after talking to some people, I truly believe there's going to be 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. Sean Payton, Broncos head coach, talked about taking the right quarterback.
You'd say, man, it sure looks like we have to draft a quarterback, and yet it's got to be the right fit, the right one. And if we had the tip sheets as to who everyone else was taking, it'd be easier to answer that question. And so that's the puzzle here.
I've been saying this for a long, long time. Don't take a quarterback, take the quarterback for you. And that's what Sean Payton is saying. GMs make this mistake. And sometimes what happens is nobody's telling you the truth for the most part, or at least publicly. Now, privately, you might get some indications here. Like, we like him if he's there. And you'll hear GMs or you'll hear fellow scouts that they'll couch things, if he's there. Well, even if he's there, that doesn't mean you're taking him. But, trying to work your way through the smoke screens is the interesting part 6 days out from the NFL draft. Poll question, Seton. What are we going to go with today?
Well, I was going to start with quarterbacks taken in the first round of the NFL draft. 3 or less, 4 or more.
In the first round?
In the first round. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I could do the first 3 picks or 4 picks if you want. Well, I guess that can't be 4 or more, but.
How about we do 5 or less quarterbacks in the first round?
5 or less?
Well, we know there's going to be 4.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's foregone conclusion. There's no drama to that.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
5. You think there'll be 5? If I gave the over-under 5.5.
5.5 quarterbacks taken in the first round. You're taking the over or under.
Okay.
No, it's a push.
Yeah. I guess based on the information I got last night, I would say there's going to be 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. Now, this happens in a lot of drafts. Yes, Eden.
4 in the first 4 picks.
Yes.
Seems excessive.
It's never happened before.
Right.
Yes.
That has the Cardinals taking one or trading out, right?
They'll trade out. Yeah. So Minnesota, the Raiders, the Giants, maybe Seattle. Like, there's a couple of teams where you go, wow, didn't expect them. Broncos in there. Rams maybe. There's always an outlier where you go, I'll be damned. They went up and got him. Because somebody is seeing something in one of these players, and you go, we got to go get him. And you saw this with Kansas City years ago with Mahomes. They knew it. They went up. They got him. And Sean Payton doesn't want that to happen again because it happened to him when he was in New Orleans. They were going to take Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City went up, leapfrogged them, and then they ended up taking Marshawn Lattimore. Yes, Paulie.
And there could be a team that nobody has taking a quarterback. What was it, 5 years ago when Green Bay took Jordan Love?
Yeah.
That was a shocker of the whole draft. You could look back at the mock drafts. They all had wide receiver for Green Bay.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure Aaron Rodgers had wide receiver. God, could you imagine that? You're just sitting there watching. He's got his tequila. 3 fingers, I think, or 4 fingers of tequila. And he's looking.